Hi guys, welcome back to another video of LMEO. I'm Leo, and this video is mostly about, like I do with all my other videos in this channel, I basically give like match analysis on big important games. And the big game I want to talk about today is, of course, as we all know that we were looking forward to this weekend, the Manchester Derby, Man United versus Man City. So let's get started. But before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like and a comment, and comment if you guys want more videos and like some ideas that you guys would like me to talk about. So please make sure to do that, and I'd really appreciate it. So let's get started. Okay, so we had a big shocking result today as Man United surprisingly beat City, or should I say batter City, 2-0 today as Patrick Dorgu and Brian Mbeumo scored. So it was a big win for them, huge blow for City as most people can say in the title race. But you have to give it to Man United. They was really good today, very dominant, and I think most people would agree that Man City lacked that of being dominant. They barely made any shots. They were all over the place, messing up here and there. I think the only big chance that Man City had this game was that corner where I believe it was Holland or Ake who headed it, and Lamin reached out and saved it. So that was really the only big save. But you have to admit, but even if you look at the highlights, you can see all Man United consistently everywhere, marking up every player, being able to track down everyone like Doku, Holland, and Semenyo. Holland didn't really have any impact on the game today as he got substituted. So big blow for City. Congratulations to Man United though. But I want to talk about how Man City's errors were and what their defense lacked, composure, how they weren't really their best today, as you can tell, and how Man United just found a way with their new manager to win against City. So let's talk about that. So first, let's talk about Man City. I think Man City right now, their main problem is their defense errors. Like as you could see in their last game against Newcastle, which they won, so they played a good game in that one. But you could see they let go of some errors to Newcastle, which almost made Newcastle almost score. Like you could see Walter Made had some, but for this game mainly, there are a lot of errors, a lot of offsides for Man United, but that was still bad for City. Like especially both goals. I think the first goal, Cherki's mistake, as it was a free kick for Man City. He crosses it in, and then he tries to get the ball, but then Mbeumo just gets past him, and then he instead of just tackling or getting a foul, which I think would have been better, he lets four Man United players go against two defenders from Man City, and then that led to Man United's first goal with Mbeumo scoring. So that if Cherki just slid in to get the ball, I think that may have changed the game because Man United wouldn't have scored then probably. Who knows? But yeah, so their defense is lacking they're lacking composure, they're lacking momentum, like and speed mostly. They have Kusanov, who's good at catching up with people, but as like I said, they lost Vardiol, Ruben Diaz. Nunez was not playing today for some reason. I don't know if he's injured. I'll come back with updates later. But and O'Reilly too, their left back. He came on as a sub, so he's not been playing it the whole game like he normally does. He's been, I don't know if it's like a slight injury that he can only play like half the game and not the full game. We'll see later though. And yeah, so like Ake needs to improve with his pace, like because a lot of the balls that Man United played just got through him. So I think that was a big disappointment for Man City too. And the second goal, Rico Lewis especially, who's normally good, but in this one case, I don't think he was, because as the second goal happened, he should have marked Dorgu, and he was all over the place. He didn't know what to do, which led to Man United's second goal in the game. And they scored later on in extra time in the second half, but it was ruled offside. But yeah, Man United, congratulations them, dominant, didn't lack anything. They had everything they needed to win. And at the end, even like Pep said in his post-match conference, the better team at the end won, which was Manchester United, as most people would say. for this game. So huge disappointment for City in the title race. Big blow for them as well. Now they're not. Now today's not Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest, so we'll come back with those updates. But considering the standards, Arsenal will probably win. In my opinion, I think, who knows, as Arsenal's first place and Nottingham Forest is on the verge of fighting relegation as they are 17th place. So we'll see how that went. We'll also come back with Liverpool versus the Burnley updates. But yeah, so that's my thoughts so far for Man United versus Man City. And a lot of people doubted Man United coming into this game that they lacked everything, they wouldn't score, Man City would destroy them. But some people also said like that Man United may surprise City, as today we could clearly see they did. Like as they said, I was looking at the stats, and Man United most of the shots, and in the second half at halftime when it was 0-0, and all the times so far, like in the last 10 years, I believe, when Man United and Man City was 0-0 at halftime, Man United went on to only win one. So that was a stat that made it look like Man City may win, as it was 0-0 at half time, but Man United, proved them wrong. But it was also a thing that each manager on their Premier League debut for Man United, at least, has always won. So that was a sign that I think a sign that they might win, and they did. So that streak for them still goes on. But big blow for City. I'll come back with those updates later. But please make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, please. And I'd really appreciate it. And I'll come back with more updates. So bye, guys.